Hello, everyone. I know there's a few of you watching. 4. That's not too bad. Okay, who's there? Let me know. Yeah, just another random chat out of the blue because I want to. Mm. Hey, Jimmy. Everything Cars, welcome. I didn't know you watched my stuff. Thank you. Very kind. Jason, Mr. M. Oh, Mr. M soon. I don't think I've seen Mr. M before. Oh, 10. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know how to do the fancy intro stuff for when you're doing a live video on YouTube. I didn't want to do StreamYard today because it kind of gets a bit I don't know. Just need a bit of a change. Thank you, Mr. M. Very kind. I hope you don't mind the content, or you like. Well, of course you don't because you're new here. Tomorrow, I know. Oh, got thumbs up already. Thank you. Tomorrow, of course, is Sunday and it is Drive It Day. So I'm going to a little car meet. Scott, yay, yay, I'm here again. um, yeah, I'm going to a car meet. I don't know if any of you are in the southwest of England, but I'm going to the train station, vintage train station at Buckfastleigh again. And they're having a little meet up in the morning, classic cars. I don't mind Volvos actually, Mike. I like the old boxy ones, and the 340s as well. I quite like those, even though they're not technically a Volvo. I like the history of them. They're quite cool. And I've seen the one on Furious Driving and Jeff Buys Cars. Um, yeah, I'm going to go to this event. I am a member of a Southwest Vintage Car Club. Yes, I do. I like Allegros, and I want to go and drive the Allegro from Alex's Assets, and she has invited me to do so. So that will be cool. I'll try and get it on film. Hey, Bad Books, welcome. Yeah, so Drive It Day, Sunday, 23rd of April, South Devon Railway. Hey, Simon, welcome. Yeah, you know me, I do random videos whenever I feel like it. Hey, yes, Stu. The only downside to me going on this little Drive It Day is that the club which organised this basically stated that we can go for a little drive, like 30 miles. It's Drive It Day. Take us on some of Dartmoor's interesting roads. I know Dartmoor has some interesting roads, and they're really nice to drive and ride bikes on. I know that because I've done it. Journey's end will be at the Tame Valley Golf Club. We ain't be playing golf. Ain't be? Wow, what am I doing? What am I saying? I won't be playing golf because I can't swing a stick to save my life. Where tea and cake will be served. I don't need tea and cake. I can take tea and cake with me because I've got a car. And they'll be doing a cryptic quiz. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but a cryptic quiz when you're trying to drive a 50-plus-year-old car around Dartmoor might be a bit of a challenge, that. Anyway, they said I've got to book it, which is daft. No, Everything Cars, I wouldn't. No, I couldn't. Yeah, the cut-off day for entry for this this so-called Drive It Day run-out thing was the 18th of April. So if they're inviting us to the train station to meet in the field by the train station, can't we all just go and drive along with them? Why would I want to book to drive with them to do a quiz? It makes no sense. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know if anyone was following the videos along with the NEC, but the 12-volt power supply socket, the fuse blew. So I managed to replace the fuse. It was a 2 amp, and I've got spares just in case it blows again. So I did that today. And I also found out that after coming back from the NEC, TC's burnt all his engine oil again. So yeah, that's not good. When I fired the engine up earlier, it was going. So I think it's low oil, and the tappets are just going. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, that was. I wish he could have stayed a bit longer because he didn't get a chance to look at the rest of the car. So yeah, a bit of a shame, really. But you know, it happens. The Cortina to drive at the moment, it's getting better. I can drive it up to like 50 miles an hour. Any faster than that, the whole dashboard shakes like crazy. And I think it was to do with either wheel balancing, maybe some bolts in the steering, maybe there's a few things I missed which I need to tighten up. I would have done it today, but it was very wet today. I didn't fancy lying on the ground in the wet and the horribleness. So hopefully it'll be a bit drier tomorrow. Get into the field, get under the car, have a quick look, take some spanners with me and see what I can do. I used to get to do a short drive before arriving at the show and you'd get a plaque. Yes. This thing here, Simon, it says, as is traditional, the St. George's Sword will be presented to the team with the most points obtained in the cryptic clue quiz, which will keep you busy along the way. I have no one to take with me, and my cat certainly wouldn't want to come. Which bike, Scott? Which one? I need to do work on one of them. My first car, everything cars, was a Mark I Ford Fiesta called Betsy. Or was it Bessie? No, it was Bessie. BSA 962Y was the registration plate. Hey, John, welcome. Scott, Pinky. Pinky's engine is in. I still need to tighten his bolts up to make sure the engine is solid. And I've spoken to a local bike shop, which I've mentioned on the channel before. If I remember it, because I do forget stuff. I'm getting to that age these days, guys. Yes, I'm well, thank you, John. McPherson Motorcycles, that's the one. They have a Facebook page. If you're into bikes, McPherson Motorcycles. Yeah, I need to get his. Well, to start off with, to actually get to do that, I need to get TC off to VW Coco's yard. Now, if you haven't been to VW Coco, he has a YouTube channel called VW Coco, and he fixes up and gets old VWs back up and running again. So he does buses, Beetles, and everything else Beetleish you can think, Volkswagen-ish you can think of that's classic. And even now, classic stuff is like 90s now, really. But yeah, once TC's over at the yard, I can start cutting all the metal out the back, and I can start welding in new panels. Yeah, he is good. Hey, Dick, welcome. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, Andy. Andy is VW Coco. He's a really nice chap. Oh, I was going to show you all. When I went to Pride of Longbridge, I don't know who here did go. I know Simon didn't because he wasn't very well. He was quite poorly. When I was there, I thought I'll buy some merchandise. So I got some stickers, and I haven't put them in the car yet because I'm not too sure where to put it. I bought a t-shirt, and look what happened. Can you tell? I'll show you something else that is wrong with this t-shirt as well. Look, see that? Hey, Martin. Pinky is going to be coming up soon in a fairly soon video. I need to do some work to him. Him or her? I don't even know if Pinky is a him or a her. I don't know. Anyway, so that went wrong. So contacted them, and they immediately sent me a new one. So I can't complain. So yeah, Rover on the front, PLL on the front. No, sorry, Rover on the back, PLL on the front. Rotor. I think what I might do, I might just wear this from when I'm working on the car or something, just get it filthy. It doesn't really matter. Hello, Infernal Craftsman. Long time no see. This is Robert, everyone. He's over in the States, and he comes over to the UK every now and again. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have a Mustang. Oh, ZZR, yes. I do love that name. It just rolls off the tongue so nicely. Um, Everything cars. Where did I get what from? Oh, own 5 cars of your choice. What would you choose? Well, I would own a Austin Maxi. I would own a Austin or Morris 1100 1300 stroke Riley Kestrel. The Riley Kestrel is my favourite. The shirt, I got it from Pride of Longbridge. They have a stall there, and obviously, because the shirt went wrong, they've got a Facebook group. So I messaged them. Jimmy, thank you. That's really kind. Very kind of you. Ah, I feel like I should do something now. Yeah, I messaged the Facebook group and told them everything about it, sent the photos and stuff, and they sent me a brand new shirt. Yep, 66 Mustang taking mum to Athens. Wow, very nice. Okay, so what was that? Austin Maxi, Austin Morris 1300 stroke Riley Kestrel. So that's kind of, how many cars is that? 3, possibly. I'd love another Mark 1 Fiesta. So that's 4. Did you say 5? Yeah, you did. The last one, what would it be? Let me have a think about that one. I have to have a think about that one. Don't live far from Longbridge, Simon. I was busy that weekend. I can't remember, to be honest with you, John. There was so much going on. He probably did. Martin. Oops. I'm trying to keep up with the chat because sometimes I do forget. I miss what's coming, and I want to try and catch up with you all like Mustard and Boaty do. Your Ford Cortina used to work at Ford's Dagenham plant. Wow. So you worked on the Mark IV Cortina production run. Oh, one more car. I've got to think of one more car I would like. That's really impressive, Martin. That that must have been very, very interesting. Whoa, Mr. M, thank you. Oh my word. Wow. Oh my God. I didn't expect that. Well, you don't, do you? I can put that towards petrol for getting up to the event tomorrow. Oh, I've got to say, what car was it? I wanted to. It was, if you guys watch Tasty Classics, have any of you seen Tasty Classics? If you haven't, you need to watch his stuff. It is really good. I would like a P6, but I would go for a P5B coupe. That would be my last choice, a P5B coupe. I've driven one and it's just astonishingly smooth. Beautiful car, so comfortable. And yeah, it just it's a massive car to me anyway, because I'm only little, as you know. Um, yeah, keeping up with the chat is quite hard at times. I must agree with you. Um, it shows that like Mustard and Boaty, they try and keep up. Um, yeah, I definitely would like to drive a P6, Simon. Definitely. That would be quite nice. I don't know which version though. Um, to be honest with you, I don't mind which one I drive, apart from the V8 because it just drinks so much fuel. So much fuel, it's crazy. Oh yeah. I need to keep an eye on my fuel consumption in TC. I have a horrible feeling that the engine has almost got to the end of its usefulness. Um, yeah, it's. I lifted the bonnet the other day. No, today. So what am I thinking? I lifted the bonnet today, had a look underneath, and all around the rocker cover, it's oil, soaking wet. Um, and because I'd ran the car already, I can't really use check the oil with the dipstick just yet. You need to leave it for like 20, 25 minutes for it to all the oil to settle. You debadged Henrietta today. Why? Why did you do that? What you want to do is you want to switch the numbers around so you've got a Rover 57. I honestly don't like the look of debadged cars because then people have got to try and guess what it is, apart from knowing it's a Rover 75. But yeah, you debadged Henrietta today just to switch the numbers around. Brilliant, love it. Do you like the mug? I got it from the Mark III Owners Club at the NEC. My Mark I Fiesta ended up in a scrapyard. I was very young. I was 19 when I bought that car, and not long after I bought that car. I lost my job, and I was living in a little tiny village. So my job, the job, it went into winter basically. So I lost my job. There was no work coming in, and I moved out with an ex-partner, and we moved to the city. And I couldn't take the car with me because there was nowhere to put it, and eventually had to sell it. And then it ended up in a scrapyard, sadly. I took a photo and sent them to Rob. Like Rover 75. Yes, I would like to drive a ZT, but I don't know which version. Which version of ZT would you suggest, Simon, or anybody else? Which engine would you? Oh, broken and faded. Oh, saying that, I am ordering a Union Jack flag for the back of the 75 because mine's faded. Oh, George is coming from the cat flap. Everything cars, yes, I would. It does increase your base if you've got subscribers already, and you've got less than 100 subs at the moment. But what you can do is you can use the live streams to build up your watch hours. You need 4,000 in 1 year. And if you can get your 1,000 subscribers in 1 year, then you will be set to earn some money. It's not a huge amount, but it's a starting point. V6 ZTT is on my list. V6, but drink a lot of fuel. Okay. What's the 1.8T like? If they did oh no, they wouldn't have done a ZT like that, would they? No, that's the Rover. ZT diesel for the Crake. Direct comparison with a 75. Okay, John, very true, but that sound. Yum yum dash cam. Oh my word, long time no see. I do miss your content and your channel. Yeah, used to always give me the hoots. It was brilliant. Loved the insults. Absolutely epic. I use some of those these days actually, insulting drivers that just are so stupid. Either Citroen C1 in June 2005. Do you mean 2025? Getting a Citroen C1. Do sound nice V8 and ZT. I have a question. Is the V8 in the ZT, is that a different engine to the V8 in the P6? I'm guessing it is, because that would be archaically old. Or is it the Ford V8 that they put in? Nissan Juke. Which version of the Nissan Juke? The newish one or the one that looks like a shoe? Ford unit, I think. Oh yeah, I think you might be right actually. One from a Mustang. Electric cars. It depends really. Depends what electric car you're looking at, because years ago I thought they were quite interesting, but nowadays they're all just bore me. They all look the same. They've got no redeeming features when you get into the thing. They're all dark and gloomy and boring, and every single one I've sat in is jet black. Everything's shiny, which I hate. And you can't figure it out for love nor money. I would rather be given a mixed up jigsaw and told to figure it out, rather than try and figure out an electric car. You're driving an electric car. I've driven quite a few electric cars now because I've done car deliveries. So I'm in this car, and can I find cruise control? No. Can I find how to operate the radio? No, because it's all buried under piles and piles and piles of computer programming, instead of having a button that you just turn. You know, why can't these electric cars be simple? I'll give you an example. I don't quite fully agree with it, but you take a classic car and you put an electric engine in it, you've still got the original car's controls, i.e., stalks and stuff. They don't need to be electronic. So why do all these electronic cars have to have massive screens of touch stuff, which are highly unhygienic, might I add? It's all too complex. All too complex. Everything cars. That Mustang that's not a Mustang is a generic SUV with a badge on it that says Mustang. That's all I can say. Yam, it does. You're trying to figure out how to operate an electric car, and you're looking at everything in front of you instead of everything along the road. Oh God. This colleague has a Tesla. Door handles are awful. I can imagine. They have to pop out, so when the motors fail, you can't get out, can't get in. Yeah, that's very true. It's like an office, isn't it, Simon? So designed for people who don't, aren't designed for people who like cars. Drove a neighbour's Polestar 2, and out at the end, felt joyless and utterly depressed. Yeah. Basically, a Polestar 2 is an electric Volvo. That's all it is. This is my dad's V8 SD1. I sat in an SD1 on Pride of Longbridge for the first time since I was like 4. And when I was 4, I was at primary school, and the police turned up in a jam sandwich. If you haven't seen a jam sandwich SD1, they look awesome. And we're all allowed to climb into this car, and everyone's playing with the buttons and setting off the alarm, and it was brilliant. I still remember it now. God knows how many years later, I still remember being sat in this SD1. It was brilliant. So what was it? A police car? Everything cars. I don't mind the SD1. I like the front more than the back. I don't like the tail lights on the SD1. Never have. Honda E is the only electric car I'd have, but The cost is huge. Yeah. I mean, I didn't do it, of course. Nissan Leaf, the old Nissan Leaf. But I listened to my reason, and I didn't do it. You know what? No, Mr. M, I really wish they'd bring back the jam sandwich. I really do. I This Battenberg police car we have now, it's oh God, I hate it. It's a horrible looking car. Jam sandwich. If you had a jam sandwich behind you, you didn't really realise it until it got really close because you can't read the writing on the bonnet that says police until it gets really close to you. I'm just going to bring up a picture of a jam sandwich just in case you haven't seen one. Everything cars, I know you're quite young. You might not have seen one. I don't know. Um, Jam sandwich police car. Oh, and an SD1 pops up in the pictures. See, jam sandwich because it looks like a jam sandwich. Oh, this looks good. Who remembers the Ford Capri? Mark 1. There's a Mark 1 Capri jam sandwich. How cool is that? They used, oh, hang on a minute. Ignore. Someone's trying to call me on WhatsApp. Um, yeah, jam sandwich cars look brilliant. And they also used to do a yellow one as well, which when I was younger, I used to call it a salad cream sandwich. No, 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 no. Lemon curd. Lemon curd sandwich. Because it was yellow. So anyone new in? No. 24 people watching. Yay. Thanks everyone. Very cool of you. I'll keep going for when do I start? How long have I been going now? Been going for 27 and a half minutes. So got pulled many years ago by a Vauxhall Senator jam sandwich. They were quick, they were. Yeah, I remember those. They look good too with that big menacing grill at the front. Yeah, I think the Vauxhall Senator, and there was another big car they used as a police car in the 90s, which was really quick as well. Apparently, those senators, they used to go through door handles like nobody's business, and they had to always like upgrade the brakes and stuff. Vauxhall, they got swallowed up by, oh God, what's the company that owns Citroen and oh God, Renault? Is it Citroen and Renault? There's a company that owns Citroen and Renault, Stellantis. That's it. Bad books. Um, yeah, they're owned by them. Series 2. Yeah, Vauxhall got swallowed up by Stellantis. And I don't find any Peugeot and Citroen. That's it. What? No, it was PSA Group, wasn't it? It was PSA, and then they got bought. PSA got bought by Stellantis. Um, yeah, nothing in Vauxhall really interests me anymore. Um, Saying that, nothing in Ford. No modern Fords interest me. They've got not the Cougar. Is it the Puma? Which they've just reused names from the 90s. I think it's the Puma, the modern Puma they've called it. It's a jacked up SUV thing. It looks like a fish. On it, it's ugly as hell. It's horrible looking car. 2600 SD1 Series 2 on an E plate. 986. Oh, Stu, it's hideous. It's a hideous. People are losing taste in their cars. It's horrible. Whatever. Carlton. Oh God, yeah. Was it the Lotus Carlton? Everyone. Mark V Fiesta. Was that when it went boxy? It was kind of flat. The back end was like flatter. Because Mark 3 and 4, there was basically the same car, same shell, and they just changed it slightly. Skoda Estelle, I remember those. Noticed car adverts don't tell you about anything about. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Peter, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Anybody got any questions? Anything you'd like to know? Last decent cars here in the US were in the 80s, but they were vastly underpowered due to emission regulations. Did they lighten the cars as well? Because I know, if I'm correct, a lot of US cars back then, they were relatively heavy. Need a whole exhaust, and it cost me 12 quid. Blimey. How much were BL cars 10, 15 years ago? I don't know. I'm not the person to ask about that. Mark 7 Fiesta. Yeah, that was the one where I think it was the facelift Mark 7 where they made the lights look better. I didn't mind the facelift version. I quite like the Mark 8 Fiesta. I learned how to drive in one of those. Oh God, yeah, Plymouth Fury. Yeah, that would be amazing. But what's the one, the Plymouth with a huge whale tail at the back? That would be epic, but they're so expensive. No, I don't have the original engine, Scott. It was basically, it needed rebuilding, and I that's not within my capability. So I sold it to a guy down in Cornwall who said he was going to strip it down, rebuild it, and put it in a little race car. That's Super B. Ooh, Fury. Yeah, full Granadas. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I don't know if they ever used it. When the Granada turned to the Scorpio, the Bug-Eye one. I don't know if they ever used the Bug-Eye one as a police car. Hello, you. Say hello to the internet. Look, cats always make the internet good. There she is. It's Georgia. Wait, say hello to the internet. Look. She's not happy. Scorpio, they were cool. Had them in X-Files. What, the bug-eyed Scorpio? That was in X-Files. I haven't watched Top Gear since. Oh God. Let's just say I haven't watched television in almost 2 years. So I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV license. You don't need a TV license to watch anything really. You can watch it all online. You can stream anything you want. As long as it's not iPlayer, of course, and it's not live. So Bug-Eyed Scorpio was in X-Files. Wow. Yeah, Yam Yam, I fully agree with you. You can find anything you want on YouTube, and it's more, well, a lot of it. There is a lot of shit out there as well, excuse my French. That's why I've turned off monetization, because if I do swear, I don't have to worry about it. There is more interesting stuff to watch on YouTube than there is on television. Yeah, you taught a putty tat, you did. And she's having a good clean right now. Cars did get lighter in the 80s here. Mid-70s cars were very heavy and bulky. 80s had V8s, but still low power from emissions equipment and slow computers. Once computers got faster, power went up. That makes sense. I still like some of those US 1970s barges, the big cars. They just look so cool. Um, I, if I sat in one of those things, I'd look like a child in one of those seats. I'm sure I would. Yeah, good idea, Duncan. The amount of rubbish that comes out of a TV set is unbelievable. Minnie, hello. It is always good to see everyone. I know I can't actually see you, but it's not often I do a live chat, and I thought I should do so. Yeah, it's nice to do it every now and again. I don't have a schedule for doing lives. I know, like Mustard and Boaty, like do them nearly every night, and yeah, I can't do that. I've got to be in the right frame of mind and happy enough to do so. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yes, I've got a new fuse box for TC, so that's coming. Actually, I'll go and grab it. I'll be very, very quick. I should move some bits out of the way. Right, won't be a moment. I have returned. What did I miss? I also have an 84 El Camino, which I hope to get moved here. I've neglected it for 15 years, and it's time for paint. Oh, again, a new drivetrain. Looking at the 70 for a 70 at a swap meet next weekend. Pingu! I haven't used the cup holder yet. Haven't had a chance to put anything in there yet. Mini, what, the fuse box? No, it's one from a Mark V Cortina, but it's exactly the same, even though the serial number is different. I know that a few people prefer to get the exact serial number. I'm not too bothered as long as it works. So this is the fuse box. It might look a bit weird to some, but the fuses, they sit in between these pins here. Underneath, these go into the underside of the bulkhead where the plugs fit, and they fit in two separate pieces. So you've got one that covers that there and one of these, and exactly the same on that side. So they kind of like squidge together like that. At least I think that's what it is, because there's one in the middle. There's 14 pins in total. On Friday, I saw lots of MGTFs heading to Norfolk. Nice. Here's one for you, sorry. If you could choose any getaway car for a bank robbery. Oh my word, Peter, that's a difficult question. Yeah, got a clear cover for this as well. Bad Books. Everything cars. I got well, I've always wanted a classic car since I was 16 years old, and now I've got one. Mark III Cortina. Oh, Classic Britain's just posted a video. I can't watch that because I'm here. Jag Mark 6, is it? That'd be an epic getaway car. Modern cars. I don't like modern cars really. Was it a Mark? Yeah, a Mark III. Volvo 850R. That's a quick car, I think. Rover 75. Yes. Wooden gear stick or gear. Simon, have you ever had to remove your gear knob? Is your car automatic or manual? I'm just going to do something here. Hang on. I've just thrown a spanner at you, Simon. Yeah, auto. To get your auto knob off, Pull it all the way back towards you and pull. And the one from an E46 will fit. E46 BMW, it's got to have a long tube at the bottom, and that works to like pressurize or something gearbox thingy bob. Unfortunately, the cup holders sold very quickly. Yeah, they tend to, and they're not cheap. Grand 73 Sunbeam Rapier. Oh, very nice. Use a getaway car in a bank robbery. No way. I haven't done the knob swap yet because I haven't bought it. It's £14. And it's I don't think it's a genuine BMW. I think it's an aftermarket part. But Tom drives. He bought one. He put it on, and I had a look at his in his car, and it looks fine. It really suits the rest of the car. Yeah. If Black Lines, hi, welcome. Yeah. The Rover 75 wooden gear levers are very rare, very expensive. And if you get the identical one on the BMW, there's like a clear coating on the thing, like a very thick lacquer, and that can crack. Yeah. So yeah, need to get this put in tomorrow. I think I'll do this at the show tomorrow at the like little meetup, and I'll film that. I have got my camera sorted out. My phone, sorry. I'm using my phone. I'm going to put it in the window and do some filming. So I've got a mount, like a suction thingy and a mount. Plus I've got my GoPro, and I'll have that plugged in as well, doing some filming on that one. Steering wheel was fine. The only thing I need to do, Simon, is sort out the paint. You know, when you did your dye, when I got my steering wheel, the wheel itself had been dyed lighter. So I need to remove the paint to make it go back to its original shade, which is the one I need. For the 75s, Pingu, what do I need for the 75? A respray. No, I need the boot, the board that goes in the boot, because mine got damaged quite badly. And then when I brought it into the house, thank you, Jimmy. I brought it into the house to dry it out and put some weight on it. Little madam here peed on it and ruined it. So I can't put that in the car because it'll stink. Yeah, steering wheel is fine. Oh yeah, when I went to Pride of Longbridge, we a few of us were supposed to fit my wooden dashboard, and yeah, it didn't happen, unfortunately. So I need to try and figure out how to get that done. The ring that goes around the driver's door handle, they always break. They always break. I need one of those. I need the pipe that comes from the. Oh God, I always forget what things are called. Addy, hi. That's a new name. Thank you for joining. Very kind. If you look at the engine bay of a diesel, you've got the engine cover, and you've got is it the DPF? I could be wrong. I can't remember. Anyway, you've got a big pipe that comes across in front of the fuel heater and then down, and that thing needs to be replaced. It is so oily. It's horrible. I had a girlfriend once who drove a Skoda Rapid. I only dated her once. Am I a snob? Skoda Rapid. I don't see anything wrong with a Skoda Rapid. Okay, Yam. I have R8 boot boards currently. Sorry, no problem. That's okay. Windscreen swap was a great video. Oh yeah, that was great fun doing that. Furious driving onto the steering wheel. He's not having mine. Let's go back up quickly and just have a look at more comments that I might have missed. Larger things like spare door cards, etc. I don't need door cards. I need something to stick the material back to the foam on the doors. I should have some chrome door handle rings. Thank you, Pingu. Feel free to email me. My email address is in the description of my channel, on the page, the info page or about page. Sorry. So yeah, feel free to email me. Adrian, hey, I've been watching your recent videos. They're very short, but they're very cool anyway. Ta-da! I haven't put it in yet. I gave it a scrub. Oh, dropped it on the laptop. That was good, wasn't it? Yeah, gave it a scrub. I'm going to go and put it in tomorrow. We've got Drive It Day tomorrow, so I'll do it when I'm there. Hopefully the weather will be kind. The weather report said it's going to be sunshine and showers, unfortunately, but you know, is what it is. Plumtree is fine at the moment. It's it's got some flowers coming out on it, and it's got like loads of beautiful green leaves. It's really, really nice. Yeah, it should fit. It's a slightly different model number, but it's identical. Because normally it would be 71 BG, wouldn't it? And this is an 80 BG. Oh God, Simon, they do. They're very expensive. What did the sort driving Skoda? I'm confused, Peter. I'm confused. What did the sort driving the Skoda? Oh, okay. You might be talking to somebody else. Oh, I do have a question, Pingu. Since I had to remove my rear seat ages ago to get to the okay, Yam, thanks for stopping by. I won't be long. I'll be stopping at past, and then I'm going to go. Actually, yeah, try and stay till past, then I'll go. Yeah, the rear seat base, I managed to get it up, and it was a lot of the metalwork underneath it was bent, so I had to put it back to as best as possible. And ever since, I cannot get it back into position. So you can just lift it up and down, and I can't get it to stay down. Do you have any tricks, Pingu, of how to get the seat to stay down? Done that, blank lines. Didn't work. I'm not heavy enough. Neil, yes. Skoda with a Skoda twin exhaust wheelbarrow. No, Neil, no, that's a Reliant Robin. Pay two people to sit in the back of the car. I've had friends in the back, and it's still the same. It still won't stay down. Yeah, big boaties sit on it. Yeah. Yeah, just get mustard and no, I'm not even gonna go. I'm not even gonna go there. I'll get in trouble. Don't upset anyone. So, has anyone else got any more questions at all? Anything? I don't think I'll get any on the road, but I want to get like some work done ASAP. One thing I did do, I finally got back the logbook for the RS125 because when I moved house, I couldn't find the paperwork. And when I did find it, it was like, I can send off for that now, and make it more complete. Put the paperwork in the folder with everything else. And after I did that, I could then get the registration plate remade. So I now have a brand spanking new registration plate for the 125, which I will show you now. This is the brand new plate. This is the first time I've actually shown it on my channel. So it's still got the protective film on it. So yeah, GTT 462Y. So it's like 1983, I believe. So yeah, it's very pleased. I still need to drill it as well. I've got to drill it for the bolts. My back seat on 75 doesn't fit right. Perhaps once it comes out, it never goes back right. Yeah, probably. I tried to figure out how to remove the back seat in the 75, but I couldn't figure that out either. Oh, thanks, General. I hope it's not too big a telly. Yes, it was. Yeah, I dropped this on the computer. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to go in the car tomorrow. I've got, I think it's Brass Connections, isn't it? Addy, is it Brass? Colin, hey. I won't be stopping for much longer. I've got like another 8 minutes and I'm going to go, because that'll be an hour. I think an hour's enough. Yeah, I did try and clean it up with a bit of bicarb and vinegar and some, because it just needs a clean. I think it's going a little corroded at that end there, and that's the same as my existing one went. So I need to get in there and clean it up properly. Project Pinky, Neil. I'm going to be getting Pinky. Oh yeah, I was going to mention it earlier. Pinky's starter motor. When I took the starter motor out of the bike, the bolt which bolts onto the side of it where the earth goes to from the battery, at least I think it's the earth. I can't remember. I have to check back on my videos. It's been a long time since I worked on it. Where the bolt goes down, the whole pin that sticks up through there is loose. So I need to check that, then tighten it up or whatever. Maybe put some Loctite on it or something. Put the starter motor back. Get a battery on it. But before I even do that, I was going to mention this earlier. Get the spark plugs out and get some oil down the balls and let it soak overnight. And then see if I can run the engine, because that engine has not been turned over in at least 6 years. There's a bit of a crisis in this house this evening. Just used the last tea bag. Oh no, 50 minutes. Put your foot down, black lines. I remember watching YouTube videos on the Rover 75 Pingo, and this guy would wear like this big animal head, and it was hilarious. This guy with the big animal head just pulling stuff off this Rover 75 was hilarious. Hang on, I just read I just read that one. Giant mascot head. How could I just miss that? Literally, I just missed that. I have a brew here, but it's going cold. Too busy chatting to you guys, Saying that, where's Mustard and Boaty? Just not good enough, is it, guys? 3 boxes. 3 boxes of what? Oh, tea bags. Yeah. Maybe it was his real head. Oh, what was it? It was something. There was those two characters on on TV on the adverts who do those insurance things. I think they used the same names as those. Yes, it does, Simon. Being a Rover owner, I used to own a Volkswagen Beetle, the Golf in a fancy frock. Owned a Volkswagen Polo. I think it was a Mark 2.5 or something like that. Yeah, too famous now. VIP parties. Yeah. What does that make me? I watch videos and I don't own a Rover. I'm not going to answer that. Colin, hello. Welcome to the chat. I'm actually going in 4 minutes or 5 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes time. So yeah, you caught me at just the end of the chat. How are you doing? Everything cars. I didn't. I didn't name TCTC. Pete C named TCTC. Pingu, my first car was a Mark 1 Fiesta in white. I could always continue the chat in the chat for a little while, I suppose. If you guys don't mind. My neighbour's come home, so I've got to put my headphones on because it's a bit noisy. Might have to. What was I going to read? Yeah, everything cars. If you go on to Cortina City, the channel Cortina City. Were you there the other day? I can't remember. Mart, everyone's coming in now. And I was going to close. I was going to go away. Oh no. I'm torn. Should I stay for a bit longer? Because I was chatting to everyone about going to the car show tomorrow. Yeah, Cortina City is great, Neil. 38 watching, or 33 even. Is there? Oh yeah, 23 likes. That's like almost everyone. Yeah, everything cars. If you go to Cortina City and find TC videos, Pete named the car because the two first letters of the registration plate, TC, and he put in the video one day, he wrote TWCW. So I took that when I bought the car, and he's always been called TC. I never did anything like that. Has he in the hub not been in contact? Does he now? I didn't know that. He hasn't. No. He hasn't contacted me at all. But I am in contact with Miss Hubnut, so I might contact her and ask if he wants to drive TC and see if we can get something organised. But before I can do that, I need to sort out why the dashboard shakes like Billy-O at 60 miles an hour. Okay, Simon, no problem. I did, Colin. I gave you the power. If anyone's naughty, you can stick them on the naughty step. No, he doesn't, General Cheeseburger. Black Lines, TC is the code word, the European code word, Taunus Cortina. When they were designing the car. Just cardboard. Oh God, that's terrible. Yeah, night, Simon. Lightweight. Yeah, I can't stay up for too much longer because I've got this show to go to tomorrow. Yeah, Colin, I'm going to Drive It Day tomorrow, local vintage train station. So that should be good. And I'm going to go and I'm going to fit my new fuse box to TC. Thank you, Mr. M, and thank you very much for the donation. Very kind of you. March, the show is in Buckfastleigh, in Devon, Buckfastleigh train station. I think it might be a bit of a drive for you. It's not far from me. It's only like a 30 minute drive. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Oh, wow, Steve. Hey, which car are you bringing? Thank you for dropping in. I didn't know if you were going or not. Is your other half bringing her car? I really want to go and get a burner because I've got a whistle kettle as well. I really want to get a kit, and I want to get a basket for the back of TC as well, a proper basket. Oh, Addie's off out with the local rover group. Very nice. Yeah, it's quite a long journey, Marks. I'm interested in steam. I love steam trains. I absolutely love steam trains. They're brilliant. P5B. Oh, see, guys, when I mentioned about driving a P5B, Steve's car, I drove Steve's car, and it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I loved it. I know it's only like in a big circle, but it's fantastic. It just drove amazingly smoothly. It was wonderful. Ford Fairmont is Australian. Yes, it is. Always slates Euro Ford's hit review of Mark 6. Yeah, he doesn't like the Mark 6 Escort, but he likes the Mark 3 Cortina. He drove Pete C's Ruby. So if you want to find that one on his channel, I don't know. I don't have a favourite steam train. I don't have one. I just like them all, really. Not often I get to go on a steam train, so Evening Star is mine. I can't remember what the Evening Star looks like, but thank you, Steve. Would you like to drive TC? It's completely the opposite end of the scale. It rattles like nobody's business. Oh, if anybody saw Pete C's recent, or Cortina City's recent couple of videos, he did a film on the steering column. Now, mine has worse play than Papa did. So I need to get my steering column out. 0 to 60 time on TC, I don't know. I really don't. It's probably better than it was because it's a 5-speed Quaife gearbox from a Ford Sierra, bolted to a 1.6 litre engine. The original engine everything cars was a 1.3 cross-flow with a 4-speed box, standard Ford 4-speed box. The problem is with TC is when he gets to 60, he shakes, and I need to figure out why. He never did it when I drove home from Birmingham in the car. When I finished welding it, finished the first section of welding anyway, he didn't shake that much. But it's quite severe now. So I think I might need to go over all the bolts in the steering and everything just to make sure everything's all tightened down. And that's possibly the issue. Marks, I'm not really sure. I did at one point have a lot of shake through the transmission tunnel, and that was because the prop shaft was not correctly aligned. Now I've dealt with that. It's fine. The prop joints would be higher, tires would be low. Well, I had brand new tires on the back. I haven't had brand new tires on the front, but they match and they're the same size. The brakes are good on TC, but I think I would prefer to get brand new discs, brand new pads. Tire balance, yes, Colin. I was literally going to get onto that. I think yes, death wobble frequency. Learned that when I built tires for you built tires for Michelin. That's impressive. I think the thing that I don't understand. know about when I took the car in to get the tracking done was you have tie bars with your steering. So not tie bars, sorry. What they called? No, they are tie bars, aren't they? You twist them on the end of the rack, and they bolt into the knuckle. Now, other than that, you've got tie bars which bolt to the frame from the steering. Now they can be adjusted as well. They've got great big bolts. So were the tyres balanced if so? Put them on the front. Rear tyres were balanced, yes, but the thing is, what I had is I took the wheels off, went to a shop, had the tyres fitted, and then they balanced them on a wheel balancer thingy machine. I took them home, put them on the car, so I would presume they'd be okay. I don't know. That was really silly, didn't it? Me being silly again. But I had the tracking done at a garage, and they said it was only slightly out, marginally out. So I don't know. I was saying earlier that there could be some bolts in the front somewhere, and maybe the steering rack. Maybe I didn't tighten it down properly. I don't know. I need to check it all. Ceramic internal balancing balls used on Land Rovers and for tyres that wouldn't balance. Interesting. Yeah, I was going to do that, Marts. Just put the rear tyres on the front tyres on the rear, and then go for a drive. See how it feels. Yeah, because if I swap the tyres around and it still shakes on the front, what could that be? I know that the steering column itself, I know that needs to be sorted out because Pete did that in one of his videos recently. He shows you how to sort it out. I don't have anti-roll bars. There's none on the bike. There's none on the car. Isolating the actual problem is the important thing. If something's loose, no, Pengu, all wheel bearings are brand new. I replaced them all myself. Binding brakes. I don't think so. Everything's rattling because of the shaking, Matt. Yeah, the amount of play in the steering wheel. If I hold the steering wheel like that, it moves like that much up and down, literally, without the wheels moving. So it's shaking like that without the wheels moving. There's a lot of play. So that will be when I get back. When I get the car. Yeah, basically Michael J. Fox style. No, that's cool. I know, but yeah, when I get the car to VW Coco, when I start working on cutting out the bodywork, I'm definitely going to look at the steering column while I'm there. Does it look good with slightly banded steel wheels? I'm not sure, Steve. I've got two sports Steelies in my garage. I don't have any tyres on them though. They're for 185s. Full wheel balance, setting everything off. It's highly possible. Mark, it's highly possible. But when I go up to the show, it's not really a show, is it, Steve? It's just like a meetup. When I go to the meetup at the train station, I'm just going to drive it at 50. I'm not going to push it. It's only the A38. No one's going to bother me on doing 50. You can, yeah. General Cheeseburger. Pete fitted deep dish wheels to, I think it was Bramble, I think, and he didn't like it, so he put standard wheels back on. Generally, could swap 4 rims over and try it on. I have a friend of mine who had over in Saltash, and he has a Mark IV Cortina 3 litre S. So possibly John Brown wheels do the old Steelies S5.5J. Not too sure. I don't know codes, stuff like that. I don't know that information like that. I could possibly see if I could check out my friend's wheels from his Mark IV. Oh, Lotus Steels. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to speak to a few people, see what I can do, see what I can look at, and definitely the tyres which are on the front of the car. To be honest with you, I don't like them, and at the same time, they were both part worn, and I got one at one time and one at another time, and it from your opinion, guys, if the tyres are differently worn, it's gonna. Would you say it would cause that kind of shape? Because I'm guessing it would. If one tyre is worn more than the other. Centre bore wrong on the rims. Not that I'm aware of. No, I don't think so. Both wheels are the same. Spigot. No. No, they don't. They are four lugs basically for the nuts, wheel nuts. Yeah, I'll have to take the car this week coming and go and see if we can get the wheels balanced or check the balance. 4 on 4 and a quarter. Flat spot on the tyres, everything's sitting flat for a while. Very possible, actually. I didn't think of that. That's a good idea. That's a good thing. Thought, Pingu. Yeah. There's quite a few different variations, isn't there, really, on this? I think what I would prefer to do is get 2 brand new tyres that match the rear and get them balanced and get them put on the car as they've been done. You know, instead of taking the wheels in and then getting the wheels done and bringing the wheels back. Lewis Hamilton. 4 and 4 and a quarter is the pattern for 4. On the car does not matter. Okay, that's interesting to know. One thing I was going to do, there's a local place near me, which has been taken over recently by a new guy, and he's got a rolling road. So I was thinking I could take the car in there, and he could roll his rolling road. I don't know if rolling roads are powered underneath or if the car powers them. Don't know. He could use that to check, see what's going on there. Ali Quattro did not have having mismatched tyre depths at all caused bad handling issues. That makes sense. Blacklines. Cars power the. Okay, Colin, thank you. Nobody used to bounce on the car, but nobody does it now. Yeah, because you got that with big wheel balancer thing. They put it in there and spin it, don't they? And then they find the point where they need to put the weights on. Things I don't understand. You know, if the wheels are out of balance, surely they would have balanced them before they gave them to me. You know, that would have made more sense, really. I can't see somebody being given a set of wheels with brand new tyres where they haven't been balanced. Yeah, yeah. Well, because the front of the car is being pushed along, you know, if the steel wheels have been welded, they will balance on the machine, but not on the road. Oh, that's an interesting thought. I would have thought that if they were balanced on the machine, then they would be fine for road use. This is becoming quite an interesting conversation. Sorry to anyone who's finding this a little bit different. Um, you're in the front of the balance. Fronts are more sensitive than rears. Used to have what? Used to have that when we did the reverse cut on the rims. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you can band out wheels, make them deeper. What? A puncture on a Quattro? They wanted to change all four tyres. That's crazy. That's expensive too. Machine will spin to about 20 miles an hour max. You don't get true. Ah, that makes very much sense. Neil, I will agree. It's very interesting. Um, maybe the wheel weight fell off. This is possible. They do that, don't they? I will check. But I still don't like the tires that are on the front. They're like this Chinese brand I've never heard of. I think it's got like an elephant on the side or something. I don't know. It's just a horrible tire. I don't like it, and I think they create quite a lot of noise as well because different tires create like different amounts of road noise. The rear tires, since I had them put on, the amount of noise from the back end of the car is diminished. The panel for the tailgate that brought down the noise immensely. Pingu, I've got a horrible feeling these are Chinese tires. Mick, hello. You're up late. Yeah, I'm only joking. When you get the wheels balanced, get them to spin the wheels up first without taking the old weights off. See how far out they are. Yeah, good point, Jason. Definitely. Yeah, blame Brexit for the time wobble. Yeah, it's put everything out of balance, isn't it, really? Yeah, that's very interesting. Celica has Arrow Speed tyres. They're not brilliant. Okay. I have, oh God, what are they called? They're made by Sumitomo, and I've got all Sumitomos on the Rover. Oh, what brand was it? I've got it in my head. I can see it, but I can't say it. Oh God, they first started being branded in like drifting and stuff, and then they ended up being on the road. What are they called? I can't remember. Oh, it doesn't matter, but yeah, Sumitomo. They own the company that have the tires on the back of my car. I don't like having mismatched tires. No, not Hankook. No, uh, Falcon. That's it, Falcon. They're Falcon tires. I found the Falcon tires on the back of TC really grippy actually, and in the wet, because I had to drive up to Birmingham in the wet. The grip on the rear end of the car was good. Um, yeah, I don't have the money for like Michelin, right? Really good ride, tires and all my stuff. 20 years, never had a blowout. I've never had a blowout either. Hardware and Chinese, yes, even when I got free tires from Michelin, keep the good rides. Yeah, yeah, General Cheeseburger. Yeah, Falcon and Sumitomo are basically the same thing. Um, I think the Falcon's got slightly better rating, I think. But yeah, I've not had a problem, and I quite like the tire pattern as well, even though it makes no difference to my opinion, really. Hankook, I can't. Exceptional all weather. Despise Continental. They've blown out. I had Continental on my bike, and the grip was immense on the Kawasaki, the Pirelli tires. The only downside with the Pirelli on a bike, no, not Pirelli. What am I talking about? Continental. The Continental was sticky tire, and it wore down very quickly. Run flats. I heard that they were noisy. Oh, Colin, what comment? Oh no, I can't believe you just wrote that. I'm going red, look. Oh God. That's terrible. Oh dear. I've got terrible jokes, but I can't go there. Not on a live stream. No. Oh dear. Okay, so what does anyone else want to talk about? I'm going to give it till another 10 minutes and I'm going to go. Another 10 minutes. So yeah, just to remind anyone who has jumped in recently, going to Drive It Day tomorrow in TC. Fired them up today. I was going to talk about the engine in TC, which is what I'm worried about. Warmed up the engine, took a while to get there, mind, because I think the auto choke is rubbish. It was making a lot of as the engine was running, so I'm thinking that could be tappets, and there's not enough oil, and it's tapping against metal. Favorite YouTube channels? Cortina City, of course. It's a quite difficult question because I watch a lot of YouTube. That's a difficult question to answer. Very difficult question. Peter, hello. I don't recognise that name. You must be new. Thank you for joining. Thanks, Pingu. Thanks for all the info. Yeah, Noisy Tap is a happy tappet. That's very true. Black Line Z runs on E5. No, it's the engine. I think is out of a Mark V Cortina, so it's got hardened seats and hardened valves. I think that's correct. Saying. I don't know much about engine talk. How to deal with it, so I'm wondering how it's done. Wouldn't have a clue. I would like to learn how to build an engine, and I do wonder if you can actually buy a kit, because I watched Colin's video the other day, and it's a Rover video, and it shows how how the Rover operators were building an engine. It's very interesting. Thank you, Peter. That's very kind. Hope you didn't fall over when you stumbled across me. Sorry, terrible joke. New and shiny. Thank you. So tappety noises. Check the oil level, but it was quite low. So in the morning, first thing, tomorrow morning, I'm going to check the dipstick again and see how low it is. I have got oil in the back of the car. I always carry oil and water and other things. Going to make some sandwiches tomorrow. I might just take a flask of tea with me. Actually, no, a flask of hot water. Make tea when I get there. Comet oil. I bought it before I went to Birmingham, and I topped up the engine with oil, and it was on the just under full. I didn't want to put too much in, No, mineral, not vegetable, mineral. Did anyone get that? No. Does anybody remember it was years ago when we were younger, animal, mineral, vegetable. I can't quite remember it exactly, but it always stuck in my mind. It's just like that's a cut. How are your pink trousers, Cole? That's so cool. No, it's really good to catch up with you. It's a shame I didn't get a chance to look at your van, 'cause was hoping to. And yes, yeah, I'm really gutted I didn't get a chance to grab those lights off you, 'cause that would have been really good. Um, yeah, I'm sure we'll catch up again at another show. Hopefully not next Pride of Longbridge. Hopefully sooner than that. Just don't tie me up. Don't wanna get bundled. That'd be quite scary. Actually, could use that for a video, you know? Um, filming, like, a scene or something, like a car-related thing, like someone getting bundled into a van and kidnapped or something. I don't know. I've had ideas actually with the Cortina. Um, I wanted to do an idea when I was welding the Cortina, and because I called it The Adventures of TC, um, I was going to call one episode The Misadventures of TC, and I had an idea planned out. I'd written it all down, but I never got a chance to actually do it because I don't have a co-star with me, no one to do any filming. Gutted, really. I think they might have done. Plan to kidnap my mate's twin daughters were 8. Ooh. Oh dear. Yes, Colin. Yes. That's a bit, yeah. Sounds like a good idea though. Ideas, just filming me messing about. Plans. What are they? Yeah, plans. I never really planned for anything. Um, yeah, video, not in real life. No, no, you wouldn't want to do that in real life. You might get a bit of bother from the authorities. um, no, I had an idea where I like someone's filming from above. I'm lying down in a field. I've got a welding mask on. I've got like what was it? A spanner in one hand and something else, a car part in the other. And I get up and I've got to stumble through this field, and then there's a car chasing me, like you'd see in like a 1970s TV show or something, and then like add a grainy effect to it. So I've got to try and you know get away. That's what I was going to try and do. Um, there's not really any outtakes, Neil. I tend to like delete all the stuff I mess up. So it's going to be like the misadventures of TC. Ah, no, no, it was waking up and having TC chase me. Um, that was it. Yeah, waking up in a field with a welding mask on, a spanner, and something else. They're not unrelated. How can a spanner and a welding mask work? But that was the idea I was going for. But I don't have someone with me to film stuff. It's not possible, I'm afraid. Gonna do a cannibal run into tribute soon. Oh, that's cool. Can't find a purple cat suit. That intro is epic. Boaty would make a great doctor. Yeah, cavity searches. Right, we're winding down, guys. We're almost at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to bid you all good night. Thank you very much for jumping in. Thank you very much, everyone, for the donations. Very kind of you. And we're just in time for Boaty's World in 30 minutes' time. So I might watch that when I'm falling asleep. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Very kind of all of you, and have a good Sunday. TTFN. Oh, find the bit. There we go. End string. Ta-ta, guys. Bye-bye. Live long and prosper.